This week's episode, Omricon. Why is it so contagious but not so dangerous? Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Thanks for following along. My name is Dr. Salima. I'm a board certified allergist, immunologist, mommy to 4. Here today to talk to you about Omicron. Why is it so contagious but not so dangerous? And to do that, we kind of have to go back to the drawing board. So come with me so I can go through some basic science. All right, so here we go. You can't see my face because I want you to see this piece of paper. So with the SARS-CoV-2 virus, it attacks the lungs. And one thing you want to know is, what are we talking about? And how is this Omicron different from Delta? So we have your, what we call trachea, right? Okay. And that's your trachea, and it usually bifurcates into what we call the right side and the left side. Sorry, my drawings don't do justice. Okay. And then they divide further, right? Okay. Into different branches. Okay. 4 little branches, and the left goes into 2 little branches. Okay, and then these further divide into what we call like a tree, the branches of a tree. They further divide, and ultimately, going and supplying, the lung tissue. Okay, so again, not drawing it so great, but this is the lungs. Okay, actually they're supposed to be equal size. Now at the very end, okay, of the bronchi are like little alveoli. They kind of look like hollow grapes, okay? And this is where gas exchange takes place, all right? So we're gonna say gas exchange, okay? Gas exchange. So we're gonna have oxygen that comes out and CO2 that goes in. Now, what we know is that with the Delta variant, we were having a lot more of virus in here, okay? So if you get fluid buildup, gunk, mucus buildup in here, okay, you can see you're gonna have a very difficult time exchanging gas, okay? And this is what's gonna lead to the hypoxia, okay? And this is why the wild variant, the original plus the Delta, was so dangerous, because this can cause a consolidation leading to COVID pneumonia, all right? Now what is probably happening with the Omicron variant is that it's going up into more of the bronchial tissue up here, okay? So more up here, probably even the trachea, okay? So the picture we're getting when it's more up here and not where the gas exchange is taking place is more of what we call a bronchitis, okay? Itis meaning just inflammation of the bronchioles, okay? And so that, my friends, is a little bit of basic science here as to why we think that the Omicron variant is contagious but not as deadly. Now remember, this is also higher up, so a cough, a sneeze, we are going to be, letting more of it out. So now when you're hearing things like Omicron, 70 times more, growth in the bronchus, and, you have to ask yourself, well, why isn't this as deadly as the Delta or the original wild type? Hopefully after today's quick little session on basic science here, you guys have an understanding. Now, that does not mean it's completely risk-free. At this point, you've probably seen that it is pretty mild, but there's definitely the vaccinated and the unvaccinated that we're seeing. In California specifically, if you are unvaccinated, you are 5.2 times more likely when compared to vaccinated people to be hospitalized, okay? And at the end of the day, at this point in the game, if you don't have Omicron now, you might be getting it, or you definitely know someone who is close to you that has it, for the good or the bad, and hopefully for the good. I do think having this Omicron going around the way it is, the next few weeks are going to be very, very hard, just because of the sheer number of people trying to seek, testing sites, getting, into their doctor to figure out what's going on, what do they need to do, et cetera, et cetera. I do think it's going to be sort of crazy times, but I think the pandemic is going to be ending and we'll be dealing with more of an endemic. And finally, a very happy new year to you, your family and friends. Continue to be well and be safe out there. We basically did nothing during our winter break. Kind of made me feel bad, but you know, it is what it is. We did make it out to the snow, so that was really awesome. The kids did some tubing, and that was pretty much it. All right, guys, till next time.